Hello, learners. Imagine you're walking along a cliff's edge. A sign tells you 99% of the time the ground is solid up to this line. This is useful information. It tells you where the safe zone likely ends. But it does not tell you what happens if you take one step beyond that line. Do you fall 10 feet onto a soft ledge or 1,000 feet into a rocky canyon? This question, what happens on the other side of the line, is what expected shortfall answers. To understand expected shortfall, let's forget about finance for a moment. Instead, picture a child with a large jar of candy. Every day, the child plays a game. Sometimes, as a part of the game, the child loses a few pieces of candy. Most of the time, the losses are small and manageable. On a typical day, they might lose 1 or 2 pieces. These small, frequent losses are easy to handle. The child can easily get more candy or just accept the small dip in their collection. These are the normal, everyday risks of playing the game. Now let's say we watch the child for 100 days. We want to understand the risk of losing candy. First, we might ask, what is the loss amount that is only exceeded on the worst 5 days out of 100? Let's say we find that on 95 days the child loses 10 candies or fewer. Now let's move from candy to cash. Consider a small bank that wants to understand its daily trading risk. The bank's risk management team has collected data on its profits and losses for the last 200 trading days. They decide they want to measure their risk at a 95% confidence level. This means they are most interested in what happens on the worst 5% of days. Since they have 200 days of data, 5% of 200 is 10 days. They will focus their analysis on the 10 days with the highest losses. First, the risk team sorts all the daily outcomes from the best profit to the worst loss. They identify the 10 worst days. Let's say the 11th worst day had a loss of rupees 10 crore. This rupees 10 crore figure represents the bank's 95% value at risk, VAR. It means that on 95% of days, the bank's loss did not exceed rupees 10 crore. VAR's job is done. It has drawn the line in the sand. But the bank's board wants to know more. They ask, what happens on the other side of that line? The primary difference between value at risk VAR and expected shortfall, ES, lies in what they choose to tell you. VAR is like a cautious friend who tells you, I am 99% sure you won't lose more than $1 million tomorrow. This sounds reassuring. However, it says absolutely nothing about the other 1% of the time. In that 1% scenario, do you lose $1.1 million or do you lose $100 million? VAR is silent on this crucial point. It only provides a minimum loss for the worst-case scenarios, not the magnitude. It fails to capture the severity of the tale. Expected shortfall, on the other hand, is the brutally honest friend. On the 1% of days when you lose more than $1 million, your average loss will be $5 million. I hope the difference is clear to you now. Expected shortfall tells you the average loss beyond VAR's cutoff.